Alright, video is rolling. Hello, welcome back to my channel where I talk about things. Or, well, half of it is about me talking about things anyways. Um, so I guess this video is a bit about my sensory issues that I really want to talk about because I've been telling other people about it and they just look at me just like I've never heard about this. That's not normal. And I've been like, well, I haven't heard about it either. So to give you a little bit of a reason why I've just discovered about stuff is because I've been isolated for most of my life and I never realized that I had sensory issues until I came to the shelter and they started eating their food here and experiencing a lot of different things. And I realized I just learned earlier I can't eat their food here. So my friend and I, we've been like trying to figure out why. Like we've been like kind of sorting all the foods into like stuff I can eat, stuff that makes me sick, stuff that makes me faint, that kind of stuff. Um, so what sensory issues are? It is a thing where you like sense. It's kind of like how a person perceives things, like how like a normal person would perceive things normally with their five senses, but some sensory issues could perceive things like 5 times more intense, like me. So like if you shine a bright light on me, or just any sort of light on me, to a normal person it'll just be like, oh, it's just light. For me, it'll be as painful as looking directly into the sun for 2 hours. With perfumes is a really big one. The thing with sensory issues is that the effects are really extreme. Um, for me, it can cause fainting, bleeding nose, vomiting, migraines, stomach aches, and just straight up passing out. Um, so I found out that perfumes, especially like Axe and like anything like it smells really gross and strong, it makes it smell great to like normal people, like, or else why would it be like some sort of perfume? But to me, it just smells really gross. Smells a bit like vomit. It makes my nose sting and bleed, and I could also pass out. And I just discovered that earlier when people were kind of just wearing perfume and Axe all over the hallways. They thought, oh, it's probably just like smell and a bit of light. That's the only problem. But then I discovered foods, and this one is now causing a lot of problems because I cannot eat a lot of the stuff that the shelter makes, which is a big problem because they won't um they won't like make me another meal or whatever. They're just like, well, if you can't eat it, you can't eat it. Too bad. Um, so for foods, some foods have a completely different taste, like how some tacos taste like toothpaste to me. Root beer tastes also like toothpaste. Strawberries taste spicy. And I can't eat anything with any sort of spice or pepper in it, because then it will burn my throat and I will pass out. Which is why I was pretty doomed when the the um when the shelter had Indian food for like 3 days, because I can't eat Indian food because there's just so much spice in there that like to a normal person it'll taste fine, but to me it will taste like just all spice. Like I'm just eating like mouthfuls and mouthfuls of like just plain spices. And so I tried to explain to the staff and all that, and they were just like, well, too bad. You just have to get a doctor's note for us to accommodate. The only problem is I don't have a doctor anymore, which means I can't get a doctor's note. So, yeah, that's the thing with my sensory issues right now. I'm pretty sure I have sensory issues with other things like hearing and like touch, but I haven't like figured out exactly what it is yet. I'm trying to figure out if there's like any medication or something that I could take that will at least lessen the pain. Because, yeah, it's just really hard for me to eat and things and just be around anyone with perfume. It's just a big no at the moment. And, yeah, just, I never really met anyone else with sensory issues like me. And so I'm just hoping that I'll find someone who also goes through the same problems that I do, or just at least like go to someone who has at least some answers to why I'm like this. Because this is not normal that tacos taste like toothpaste. And, yeah. It's not like an allergy or anything, it's definitely not that. I have no allergies. Um, anyways, that is my video on sensory issues. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you all another time.